Hi YouTube, 2E0FNM back again with another video. Radioddity kindly sent me the QT60 for review. So it's going to be a bit of a long video, so go and grab a coffee and without further ado we'll jump straight into it. Right, so let's have a look what's in the box. So it's a surprise for both of us. So manual, looks very well written. We'll have a proper look in the review. What we got in here? Ah, the programming cable. Yeah, nice. So we'll have a look at the programming software as well. So we've got a programming cable, nice mounting bracket, because I'm going to have this under my shelf. So that's the mounting bracket, looks like adjustable. So we can have it at different degrees, which is nice. What else have we got? We have the power cable, looks like quite thick gauge. This does 60 watts, I think, so that looks pretty good. Nice tinned ends to him, so that's good. Some fixings, so yes, we have the thumb screws for the side of the radio, looks like a microphone clip, and just odds and ends in there. What else have we got? This is the microphone. Yeah, nice, I like that. That's a nice microphone. Obviously in the full review I'll have a look properly at it all. And we've got a RJ45 type connector on that side. So that's everything in that side. So I'll see if I can do this one-handed. I'm trying not to damage anything. I'll just tip it up like that. Wow, it's a beast. It's a big radio. Let me just move the box out of the way. Wow, it's a big radio. You can see my hand there. Look how big it is. That's a big radio. Nice. Wow, it's a lot bigger than I expected. I really didn't think it was that big. You can see my hand there. A nice big heat sink on the back. Antenna port, PA, speaker, programming cable, power cable. Let's just slip the bag off it. Wow, that's nice. Wow, that is nice. Oh yeah, I like that. Nice clicky knob. But yeah, that's the unboxing of the radio. Quality seal. We will be popping the cover off this and doing a little mod for it. We'll see that later on in the video. But absolutely beautiful radio. I love the look of it. But there you go, there's the unboxing, and there are all the bits that you get with it. So we've got it out we've done the unboxing, so we've seen what we've got in the box. So this is just literally out the box, a bit of a closer look, build quality, some of the very basic knobs that I can see. So yeah, really, when I first unboxed it, you might have noticed I was quite surprised at the size of it, and I was clicking the button and I was thinking that is fun. You know, I don't know if you saw my Alinco DR135 review, but that button I had to use super glue on it because it was really fragile. This one, no, I don't think that'll ever happen. That is solid, really nice. So yeah, we've got obviously the frequency here, the band here. So this is a 10-meter radio out the box. We will be modding this as well to give us 12 meters and 11 meters. Definitely 11 meters, and I think it's 12 as well, but we'll be doing the mod as well. So here we've got the on, off and volume. Then we, at the back knob here, we have the RF power. So I think this will do up to 60 watts. As I say, I'll know a bit more in the full review, but this is just straight out of the box. So you've got a variable output power, and then this is your RF gain at the front. And then we've got the clarifier at the front here on this knob here. So sort of in the middle of the dot there, I'm guessing is in the middle. And then we've got the squelch here at the back. So that's the squelch knob at the back. But I'm really liking this. That's solid, really solid. Like I say, I don't know if the buttons light up or not, or exactly what it's like. It's straight out the box, but build quality seems fantastic. So we've got a metal case, plasticky front, high quality plastic. I think that's quite nice. We've got a big heatsink on the back, so obviously keep it cool. And then we have the normal 3-pin power cable. I think that's quite a standard power cable, so that's really good to see. Antenna port, and then we've got the speaker and the PA and the data port. So I have got the data cable as well, so we'll have a look at the programming cable later on. But that is it, and then we've got the speaker at the bottom there. So it does come with a mounting bracket, so I'm going to have this under the shelf, so the bottom firing speaker will work perfectly for me. But obviously if you've got it on a mounting bracket, you're going to have space under there if you do decide to have it, you know, whichever way you want, or you can plug an external speaker in, of course. But fantastic first impressions, absolutely love it. Such a nice radio. Obviously we've got the security tags on the side there, so we're gonna have to break those when we do the mod, because obviously I want to get 12 meters on it if nothing else, and then at least have and see what 11 meters is like and see what it receives like on there. So definitely going to do it. And then we've got the normal RJ45 microphone port there. So first impressions, build quality is fantastic, really nice weight to it, and it's massive. It's a really big radio. Like I said in the thing, you can see the size of it compared to my hand. So we'll just have a quick look at the microphone. Now I really like this microphone. It just feels nice. It doesn't feel cheap to me. And you've got the up and down buttons on the top, and then the microphone hanger at the back. Very simple, you know, and then you've got your RJ45 style connector on it for the front. I'm sure there'll be a wiring diagram somewhere that you'll be able to wire up your own microphones if you wanted to. And then obviously the little port there for the microphone. So yeah, not a lot to say about the microphone, but it feels nice in the hand. Obviously not tried it yet, this is just a literal first impression of it. But yeah, feels really good. So what we'll do next is we're going to mod the radio, and then we'll see. But I'll tell you what, before we do that, let's just plug it in. I've got the power cable here, so let's just plug it in. Let me just make sure I've got enough. So let's have a look what it's like. Let me turn the power supply on. Right, okay, so there we go. So that's what it looks like, really crisp. I'm just going to have to get a bit more cable out like that, so we get in. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? Sorry if we've got a bit of reflection on the light. But yeah, so this is just locked to 10 meters at the moment, so that's how it comes out of the box. You can see the band changing over here, but we're just on 10 meters, so that's how it comes out of the box. Obviously I've not got an antenna in it at the moment, but I love this display. Sorry about the reflection. Yeah, I love this display. You've got on the top there, you've got your signal strength, then you've got your power meter, and then you've got your SWR at the bottom. Nice big display, really nice, easy to read. I think you can customize this where it says QT60. I think you can customize that. But as I say, I don't know yet. You know, as I say, I've done a little bit of reading before I got the radio, just to sort of get an idea. But yeah, really nice. Let's see if them buttons, like, it's hard to see with so much bright light, but I'll let you know in the main sort of review part when I've had a couple of days to play with it. But yeah, you really, I like this. And then I think you push that, yeah, and then you can select it to the different frequencies, so you can step it up however you want. But anyway, that's it, just first impression. So what we'll do, we'll do the mod. Right, so let's do the mod. So to do the mod, basically we turn it upside down so the speaker's on the top, and we have to undo the 2 screws on this side and the 2 screws on that side. So let's do that. Right, so here we go. So now we're going to have to break these seals. Break that side. Okay, so let's open the top. Just got to be careful of that. Oh, nice. So that's the inside of the radio. So just trying to show you without what we need to do. So basically, let me bring this a bit closer. So you can see here there is a little white cable, so we need to break that, and there's a little jumper here, and the jumper is in 1 and 2, and we need to put that jumper on 2 and 3. So I don't know how well I can do this whilst filming it, so what I'll do is I will just do that. Like I say, hopefully you can see that on the screen there. There's a little jumper there. You just take that off and then clip that to cut that white wire there. So let me just do that. As I say, it might be difficult for me to sort of show you on the camera whilst I'm doing it. So let me just see if I can undo it with my fingers. Nice, I think I can. So that's now on 2 and 3, and then let's use our little cutter. Hope it's the right one, because there's no going back. I suppose you could solder the wire if you needed to. So there we go, we broke that wire now. So that's it. So now this should be modded. So let me bring it up to the camera again. You might be able to see I've moved that jumper to the 2 and 3, and I've cut that white cable. So let's just, we won't fasten all the screws on, but we'll just turn it on and see what happens. Let me plug that in there and let's see what it does. Turn the power supply on. So let's see the difference. There you go, 27 megs. So if we press band now, 10 meters there. Oh yeah, 24. So we do have 12. So if I go up to, yeah, so we've got 10 meters here, and then we've got the 12 meters, and obviously we've got 11 meters. So absolutely fantastic. So for science, let's just plug an antenna into it. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get this in the shot. Like I say, it's a bit of a rough and ready sort of review, this bit, but we'll right, here we go. So we've got the antenna in now. So we want to, let's try 555. 5. So there's 555. I don't know if there's any activity going on at the moment. Oh, I know. This light gives me a bit of interference. Let me turn this light off. I don't know if you can hear.
Secure index. This is 1 Lima Echo. Separation Lima India 24. 1 Lima Echo. Separation Lima India 24.
Nice. Yeah, I like it. And obviously if we wanted to, you know, we could have a tune about like that. As I say, I don't know if there's much going on. I've got loads of lights going on, so that's probably why we're getting interference. I've got a big fluorescent light, but anyway, this is just to see the mod worked. So yeah, that's the mod. So yeah, stay tuned for the actual. What I'll do is give me a couple of days to play with it properly, and then I'll come back and give you my general thoughts. But first impressions, fantastic radio. Really like it. So yeah, give me a couple of days to play with it, then I'll come back to you with obviously with the power of editing, you'll get to know straight away. But I'll come back to you, and then we'll see what my actual full review is. Then we'll also look at the programming software, because I'm guessing we can do quite a bit on there. Maybe we'll have a look. But thank you for watching this bit. So I've had the radio a couple of days now, and I absolutely love this radio. I cannot tell you how much I love this radio. It is fantastic. I've had a right good play with it. I've messed around with it. It's really simple. The display's absolutely beautiful. One thing I don't like, or wish they would have done, would have been able to change the colours of the display. As far as I can see, that's the only colour, which is the orange. but it's really simple to use. We'll just have a quick sort of look on the manual. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link on. I'm going to write a full website review as well with loads of nice pictures and everything for you to have a look at, and a full write-up. And I'll put the manual on the website. So if you wanted to read the manual yourself before purchasing, you can do that as well. But it's really, really simple radio to operate. There's really not a lot to it. So use every button on the front here as a dual function. So I'm hoping that you can see it. I could just tilt it up like this. For example, if we take the noise blanker there, so if I click NB goes on, so that's noise blanker off, and then noise blanker on. But underneath it says high cut. So if I hold that button, you see we've got HIC on the display. Hopefully you can see that. Try and bring it a bit further. I'm trying to get the reflection off the screen. So yeah, every button has a dual function. So we'll take the high cut off, noise blanket on and off. We've got Roger bleep if you're that way inclined. You basically, that's the beep button. So if you hold that on, that's the key beep. So when you get the radio, it'll be on. So when you change channels, you get that beep. But if you hold it, just that beep, it'll go off. And then if you just short press it, and then this is the Roger bleep. So you've got, like, we'll have a look on the programming software, but you've got loads of different Roger bleeps, and you can actually make your own Roger bleep, which is pretty good if you like that kind of thing. Obviously for amateur radio we're not bothered, but this will do, obviously 10, and it does 12 meters as well. So as you saw in the earlier part of the video, we modded that. And you've got 6 memory channels in this radio. That's another thing, would be good if you could have more than 6 memory channels. But I'm trying to explain this. So you've got like 6 memory channels in the actual radio. So you can see it says M here. So you've got the 6 memory channels. You can see it goes from 1 to 6 here. And those are the memory channels. But you also have banks. So I think you've got 7 banks. So what I've also done is I've programmed on the code plug the UK40 FMCB channels and the SEPT frequencies 40 channels as well. So I've done that already, and I'll put that on the website for you. So obviously if you want it, you're more than welcome to download it. But you can see here we've gone basically, yeah, it looks like there's more than 7. We'll have a look on the programming software, but on bank C is where I've got the SEPT frequencies. I think these are the SEPT ones, yeah. So these are the SEPT frequencies that I've programmed in. So in theory, you don't just have 6 memory channels, you've got like 7, 8 banks of 40. So you've actually got loads, but what I was trying to explain is on the front, you've got, like, I suppose these could be classed as 6, quick access memories, I suppose is probably the better way of explaining that. But like, we're in bank C at the moment, so these are the SEPT that I've programmed in using the programming software. If we go to D, this is the UK 40 channels that I've programmed in. And obviously you could use any of the other banks. These are just pre-programmed, I've not messed with those, but you can put whatever you want in those. In whatever banks you want to use. Obviously you could have like bank A for all your 12 meter stuff, but it's, as I say, it's really simple to move about. So if you press the function, this is the channel selector, but it's also a push button. So if we push it, you can change, whether you're wanting to go in 10 hertz, 100, 100 kilohertz, whatever setting you want to be in, and then you can just change it like that. So that's like a quick way of doing it, and then press it again, obviously it'll change there, to make it quicker, or you can even go to there and do it a lot faster through it. So it's really simple to get around this radio. It's not complicated at all. The menus in this radio, very simple. Like I say, the menus, this radio is not complicated at all to use. You'll find it really easy. Every button here has a dual function. One thing I probably should have mentioned, if we go back onto, say, let's just say the UK 40 channels that we've put on there, if you press this button here, the frequency display button there, it'll change it so it'll be the channel name. So obviously if you wanted it on channel 19, you could just put it like that. Excuse me. Or you could press the frequency to read out the frequency if you wanted to. So really good. And then obviously if you hold the menu button, you have all these options in here. Like I say, I'm going to leave the manual on my website where you can actually look at it in detail, but it's really not complicated at all. You know, it's very, very self-explanatory. You know, you've got echo if you really want to. It's really, really simple. You know, mic gain, you know, you've got you can have an electric microphone and dynamic microphone. You know, those are the sort of settings you can do. But yeah, really, really impressed with it. It's a beautiful radio. As I say, I've been using it for a good couple of days now, and it works fantastic, absolutely fantastic. These buttons do light up at night. I think we said earlier I would check that out. So when it's dim in this room, those buttons light up. These ones don't seem to, but these ones do. Whether it's sort of a bit of bleed through from the display onto those buttons or not, but you can see those at night. And the auto squelch is something I'd love to mention as well. That works absolutely brilliantly. So you can see there AQ is selected. So if we went into the menu here, where is it going to be? There you go. So we've got ASQ there. So if we press it, you've got up to 5, or is it no? Yeah, up to 9 settings of automatic squelch control. I just leave that on number 2. And then what you can do is, say we're on the FM channels now. If I turn the squelch dial a little bit, that opens up the squelch, and then you can manually change it, and it shows on the display here, so you can see it works there. But if you want to use the auto squelch, all you have to do is take it down to the 0 and then turn it a little bit more, and you can see ASQ is highlighted there, and now it's in automatic squelch, and you can adjust how you know how much you want that to activate. But I found the second setting to work perfectly, so that's how I set that up. Works fantastic. Another thing I've noticed with this radio is that I've been transmitting a bit I've had a few contacts, and I've had no hot spots on the radio. Even the heatsink at the back doesn't really get hot. That's really good. You know, that's a real plus point. And I don't know if you saw my Alinco DR135 video, but as I said, you needed super glue to be able to fix the knob on the Alinco, where this one I've no doubt that this will last a long time. It works perfectly. There's no you know, you can tell the build quality is there with that, so that's absolutely brilliant. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to let you listen to a couple of clips. So what I've done is I've done an upper sideband and an FM recording. So I turned the power right down on this radio and had my 7300 with the SD card in it, and then recorded my audio onto the SD card. So I'll let you listen to a couple of those now.
2 Echo 0 Foxtrot November Mike. This is doing an audio test on upper sideband audio test. This is 2 Echo 0 Foxtrot November Mexico with the Radioddity QT60. This is 2 Echo 0 Foxtrot November Mike doing an FM audio test on the Radioddity QT60. So this is 2 Echo 0 Foxtrot November Mike, 2 Echo 0 Fox November Mike doing an audio test. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1.
So as you can tell, that sound, I think it sounds really nice on air. It's really good. And then, you know, what we'll do now is I managed to capture a little bit of video. I didn't want to make this video really long, but I managed to capture a little bit of footage of a very short QSO I have. So I'll let you listen to that now.
Papa Delta 0 Foxtrot November Mike 59.
Yeah, it was 2 Echo 0 Foxtrot November Mike.
That might make more sense. 2 Echo 0 Fox November Mike 59.
Yeah, you're also 5 and 9. Thank you very much. Name's Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango.
Send me please, Matt. Take care. His name is Martin. November 1 Whiskey QZ.
There you go. Beautiful. And as you can see, it works fantastic. You know, speaker in this as well is absolutely fantastic. Sounds beautiful, the speaker in this radio. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything that I've missed, but I don't think so. I've made a couple of notes here, and I think I've covered basically what I wanted to say. But yeah, the only downside, like I said, is this display colour. I would have expected that you would have been able to change that, but that is literally the only downside I've found. Build quality is fantastic, functionality is great, really simple to use. Audio sounds great on transmit. The audio on the receive is fantastic. The speaker quality is really good. Doesn't get too hot. Absolutely beautiful. This is a complete keeper for me. I'll treasure this radio. I really like it. So yeah, thank you for watching. So what we'll do now is we'll just jump, and I mean, obviously this video is getting a bit long, but I'll jump on the computer and we'll do a quick couple of minutes just showing you the programming software that's free, by the way, so you can download that from Radioddity and you can program your radio, no problem, and it's quite simple to use. So we'll show you the programming software now. Right, okay, let's have a quick look at the programming software now. So as I say, I'll do a very brief look at the programming software. So you just install this like any other software basically, and then you just need to tell it what communication port you're on. So mine's COM port 10. Obviously you can look in your device manager once you plug in the Radioddity programming cable into the back of the radio and into your PC, you know, tell it what COM port you are. And then what you can do then is you can then read from the radio. So now what it's going to do is it's obviously reading the information that's already on the radio, so you could always save that as a backup. So obviously you've got a backup of the settings before you've even changed anything. That's always a good way to do things. So we'll just wait for it to read from the radio. This is probably taking a little bit longer than it would do, because I've been obviously messing with this and I've added a load of frequencies and settings to it. You know, so it's a bigger code plug than it would be, you know, as you get it from the factory. But as soon as it says complete, then you can just click OK. So now it's read all the information from the radio, and it says PC end on the actual radio, so you can just turn it off, turn it back on again. And then what you can do is, let's just have a look at briefly what we have. So we've modded it. So we have the CB 24/7 to 30/1050 megahertz. But if you've not modded it, you probably just have the HF 28 to 29/6990. These are the 6 memory channels we spoke about. These are just the very quick access channels that you can do. For example, I programmed in one of the 10-meter repeaters there, so you can put the offset and everything here. You know, and you could change up, you know, the settings for that particular frequency. And obviously got channel 19 on CB, 555, you know, just messing around with stuff I like to listen to. But you can change stuff here, no problem at all. Now the bands here, so you've got A to L, and there's 40 channels in each bank. So if we went to K, they're your 40 channels, so you can just program them however you see fit. You know, as I say, I've not messed with anything, and the code plug that I've been working on, I've put on my website, so I'll leave a link in the description for that. But for example, if we go to C, this is the SEPT frequencies, the EU SEPT frequencies that I've put in here, and then in D, I've got the UK 40 channels in there. But apart from that, I've left it as it is. But you can, you know, add this, you know, change it however you see fit. Options and features, so this is where you can change. You can see, you might have noticed in the video I had M6CEB as my, you know, underneath the signal meter, so it's only 5 characters. That's why I couldn't use 2E0 FNM, because obviously I'm a character short, so I just put M6EB, but you obviously put whatever you want in there. And you can change, you know, things here, you know, radio wide, if you will. You can add things and change things there. So really simple. There's not really an awful lot to look at. And then here you've got your, this I found quite interesting. Not something we use on ham radio, but obviously if you're buying this for a CB, like I say, check you with your country's license conditions about using non-type approved radios. I mean, you know, you do you, whatever you want. I don't transmit on CB, but I do like listening to it, so that's why I modded it. Plus you get 12 meters, so that's another reason. But you can make your own Roger beep, so that's just an example. I don't think it's coming through on the audio. Let me just change that so you can hear it coming through the speakers. So here we go. And then you can check, you know, these are like pre-programmed ones, like that. but you can make your own. So you can, like, you know, choose the frequency, whatever you want. You know, it won't let you play it until you've saved it. I think you put in the frequencies here, and then you save it, and then write it to the radio. And then obviously, if you wanted to use my code plug from the website, you just use open. So we don't want to save it because I've already got my code plug here. So let me just find my code plug. So it's here. So there's my code plug there. So we've added that. And you can obviously do your weather channels as well if you want. And then all you need to do is then write it to the radio. So if you've used other radios, you know, you'll be probably quite familiar with this. But if you're getting it just from my website, feel free to download it. Link in the description. Just get the code plug, install the free software, open the file in that top left corner, select the code plug. It'll, you know, it'll have all my settings in there. You might want to change your call sign like we just showed earlier to your own. And then just write it to the radio, and as you can see, it's just sending it to the radio now. And then once it's complete, it'll just say OK, and then you just turn the radio off and on again. So really simple. So we just press OK, and then we turn the radio off, turn the radio back on again, and we're back. So hope that helped. Quick look at the programming software. Really simple to use. Not a lot to it, but you know, you'll be absolutely fine. So thank you for watching. So thank you very much for watching. This is the review of the Radioddity QT60. Absolutely love this radio. So I've also made a written review on my website, m6ceb.com. I'll leave a link in the description to the full web review, also where you can purchase this radio if you're interested. So yeah, always check the description for all the links that you need that we've talked about in the video. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave a comment, let me know, you know, what you thought of this radio. Absolutely love it. Really good radio. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and comment and subscribe. So until the next time, I've been 2E0 FNM, and you've been very kind to watch. 7-3.